Far beyond the busy moon lanes, the skiff drifted along a soft purple nebula path. Its orange and teal panels glowed gently, patched in all the places that mattered. Ahead floated the rainbow bubble belt, a sparkling trail of tiny space bubbles. It looked peaceful enough for a slow glide and a quiet snack. Of course, quiet on the skiff usually meant the next surprise was putting on its shoes.
Grab a wrench, grab some tape, fix the skiff before it breaks. Engine sputter, doors won't close. We've got plans that no one knows. Skiff Crew, we'll fix it till it flies. Skiff Crew, with junk we improvise. Patch it, match it, clip it too. I got a terrible plan and it just might do.
Inside the control room, everything hummed at exactly the right amount of hum.
Everything is steady.
Max checked a gauge that was behaving almost too politely.
That gauge is behaving too politely.
Ziggy lifted his head and spotted the first rainbow bubbles drifting near the window. The bubble belt filled the window like a jar of floating jewels.
That is a lot of floaty pop.
Cassie drew a careful curve around the thickest patch of bubbles.
We go slow and give them space.
The skiff slipped toward the belt as gently as a leaf on starlight. For 3 whole seconds, the plan worked perfectly. Then the cooling gauge wobbled and made a sound like a rubber duck in boots.
The skiff just quacked.
2 tiny bubbles drifted from a vent, and Ziggy shot after them like a furry comet.
First, we find the squeak.
Cassie opened the diagnostic screen and looked for the tidy shape inside the chaos.
And the cooling fins are clogged.
The screen showed tiny bubbles packed around the fins at the back of the ship.
Eyes on bubbles, paws off buttons.
Proper tools coming through.
From outside, the problem looked beautiful and extremely inconvenient. Rainbow bubbles clung to the cooling fins like shiny grapes on a tiny space vine. The skiff was not in danger, but it was getting warmer and squeakier. A small problem had wrapped itself around a very important part. Max rolled under the hatch with the confidence of someone who had not met these bubbles yet.
I shall de-squeak with science.
The suction tool stretched the first bubble into a long rainbow noodle. The minifan did not clear the bubbles. It gave them a ride deeper inside.
Stop. That moved them inward.
So the fan was a bubble elevator.
Cassie caught one bubble in a clear jar instead of chasing all of them at once.
One bubble, one test.
Max gathered every polite noisemaker he could find.
What if we annoy it politely?
Ziggy bumped a low metal bin, and the bubble shivered in the jar.
Wait, do that sound again?
A bright bell made the bubble wiggle, but it stayed round and stubborn.
High sound says wiggle.
Then Cassie tried a low hum, soft and steady.
Low and slow.
The bubble trembled, shimmered, and popped into a harmless sparkle.
Low and slow pops the glow.
Max's eyes sparkled with the kind of idea that usually needs a helmet.
I've got a terrible idea, and it might just work.
Tell me the useful part.
Max held up a drawing that was mostly arrows and one very proud kazoo.
We make the skiff a giant kazoo.
Before Cassie could ask 3 sensible questions, Ziggy dragged over some rubber tubing.
Useful part found.
The proper toolkit opened with a tidy little click. It contained wrenches, scanners, tape, and absolutely no bubble kazoo attachment.
No kazoo, not even a kazish.
Another squeak bounced through the control room, very small and very rude.
Should we?
You mean?
The drawer under the console waited with its usual mysterious dignity.
Check the junk drawer.
Out floated a cracked funnel, a handful of rubber bands, and an old spoon with history.
Hello, beautiful nonsense.
Cassie did not see junk. She saw shapes, jobs, and a plan. The work table became a tiny factory of weird usefulness.
Funnel for shape, bands for hum.
Max patched the cracked funnel so the hum would travel the right way.
Patch it with tape.
Not loud, steady.
Ziggy rolled a glow cube under the table and found the thickest rubber band of all.
Ziggy found the base band.
The finished gadget looked like a funnel, a spoon, and a kazoo had formed a team. Cassie set up one more sample bubble before trying it on the cooling fins.
One more small test.
Low and slow.
The jar bubble popped with a sparkle no bigger than a wink.
The kazoo is science now.
Cassie broke the big fix into 3 small fin-clearing steps.
We clear one fin at a time.
Max fixed the humming gadget to the cooling port from safely inside the skiff.
Gentle giant kazoo mode.
Ziggy guarded the spare bands in a tray with very serious eyes. Cassie kept the skiff on the calmest path through the bubbles.
Steady path, gentle hum.
Low and slow.
The low hum traveled through the duct and reached the first clogged fin. On the monitor, bubbles popped away in neat little rows.
First, Kai, itastitikas. First fin clear.
Best tray work in the belt.
The last bubbles let go all at once, blooming behind the skiff in rainbow sparkles. The cooling fins shone clear, and the rubber duck squeak faded away. The skiff glided out of the bubble belt, steady, cool, and only a tiny bit kazoo-shaped in spirit. Back inside, the control room sounded like a control room again.
Good work, everyone.
Cassie had stayed calm, Max had made a silly idea useful, and Ziggy had found what everyone missed.
Next time, I build a quieter kazoo.
And on the skiff, that counted as a perfectly peaceful day.
Grab a wrench, grab some tape, fix the skiff